Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ernest Muhammad. I currently reside in the wonderful city of Monroe, Louisiana. Today, we're going to talk about a course titled Business is Warfare, but with the subtopic of what to do with the dollar. Money Discipline 101, building real homes for real people. I first want to acknowledge, of course, giving all praises due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to his exalted Christ, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and to his divine reminder in our midst, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I would like to thank those three. Also, I want to thank Sister Deborah and all the educational ministry for giving this opportunity to myself. And as I continue, again, I live in Monroe, Louisiana. My name is Ernest Muhammad. I graduated from Southern University in Baton Rouge. I do have an electrical engineering degree. While in school, I acquired my electrical engineering degree. I worked at a nuclear plant, one in Mississippi. Also, once I acquired my degree, I moved to Gary, Indiana, where I worked at several power generation plants, of course, that deal with coal-fired generation plants. I've also, with my electrical engineering degree, I've done wire manufacturing. I did that in North Michigan. And I also worked for a private company back in Louisiana, where I did some surveying. I did not only building homes and prints for a private engineering company, and I also worked in the industry of automation. I worked for Chrysler in St. Louis. So I moved around in my corporate world as far as engineering is concerned. With my, I've also had, while in Gary, Indiana, I've also owned homes, renovated homes, and rented homes out, of course, as a landlord. And now in Monroe, Louisiana, I not only I built homes, owned homes, and sold homes. I've worked my own business from home. I was a salesman or a distributor of a legal service where I worked from home for about 5 years, owning my own business in that type of aspect. But right now, I'm living in Monroe, where I've acquired my master's in the arts of teaching. And I have a master's where I can teach elementary from 1 to 5th grade. And from there, I also am qualified or certified in mild to moderate disabilities. Now, that's a little about me, but I'm going with the course. As I talk about the goal of this course is talking about what to do with the dollar. One of the goals is to build communities in our black community where we can build our own homes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 homes in a community where we can build and own our own homes. That being said, also want to be able to teach financial literacy. That financial literacy leading to financial independence. And of course, before we get all that, we got to have some type of credit understanding. That's kind of like the goals I would desire for our people. Now, what I didn't mention is the fact that I've also acquired I am a licensed Louisiana residential building contractor. I've acquired my license, and now I'm looking at not only building my personal home, but I have a contract with 4 to 8 houses that I'll be building before the end of the year. So we're looking forward to that. Let's go ahead with our course. The course is what to do with the dollar. And you might say, hey, I am an adult man, adult woman. I don't need to know how to spend my money. And that's probably true. We don't need to know how to spend our money, but spending the money is not the problem. Another question that I would ask is, do you have the benefits in life that you desire? Do you live where you desire to live? Do you drive the vehicle that you desire to drive? Do you wear the clothes that you desire to wear? Can you take the trips in which you decide or desire to take? See, it's not spending of the money. It is knowing exactly what to do with the money once we get it. Now, that being said, as I talk about the development stage, it's not going to go into it too deep, but this is why I believe we need to talk about what to do with a dollar. There's stages of development. There's the malehood or femalehood, boyhood, manhood, which is going to be our focus in this study, of course, or course study area, husbandhood, and then fatherhood. Well, if I start with manhood, manhood is simple. You can be born with male genitalia. That's no problem. We can do that. That's easy. Then, as a boy, you have to learn how to do something. Learn how to walk, talk, learn how to sit up, where to go, where to stay from, what's hot, what's cold, that type of thing. But as a man, now, which is our focus area, we need to learn how to do something. And I'll talk about that in a moment. But what happens in our community, most of the time, we go from manhood to fatherhood. Because what we do is, as a male or young female, now we engage in sexual activity that leads to fatherhood at the age of 17, at the age of 15, 16, or 18. We become a father. Then as a result, as far as our culture is concerned, we're forced into husbandhood. Now we have to marry. But we didn't focus on and learn what it is to be a man yet. Therein lies what to do with a dollar so we can set up some benefit to ourselves, for ourselves. And making that reference in this course, we talk about manhood. Manhood could be described in several ways, but the ability to prove that we know how to lead ourselves, how to make the money, how to distribute the money, how to save the money, what to buy, what to eat, when to eat, how to communicate, who to fight, who not to fight, proper relationships, who to partner with, how to get a job, or even how to stay on the job or get on the job, be on time. These are things that we really don't know much about. In this course, I'm going to break down some simple philosophies. And this the simple philosophies is how to distribute money as a man or as a woman, how to do that. You know, there are several references that I can reference from, but one of them starting with the supreme wisdom. After learning mathematics, which is Islam, and Islam is mathematics, it stands true. You can always prove it at no limit of time. Then you must learn to use it to secure some benefit while you're living. That is luxury, money, good homes, friendship, and all walks of life. If I just stopped right there, learn how to use your mathematics to secure some benefit while you're living. What does that mean? When should you do that? I'm going to go into that. How do you secure that benefit? Scripture references. We can talk about Surah 2:261, the spending of your wealth. Surah 6:161, the good deeds. I can most definitely make reference to Matthew 19 through 21, talking about the fig tree. A fig tree that doesn't produce figs. Good question. Matthew 25:14 and 32, the talents. We know the story, but do we understand it also when Jesus was talking to the one who only had one talent, he was not profitable. And those are things that we're going to talk about. How do you become profitable? Just an overview for the class. Our lessons is going to start in with lesson number 1, what to do with a dollar. Now, that's going to be a systematic breakdown, whether it's $1, whether it's $1,000, whether it's $1 million. How you allocate your money or monies so you can secure a benefit for yourself. There's philosophies that go behind that. For instance, broke people spend first what they make and save what's left. Rich people save or spend on themselves first and spend what's left. That's a philosophy. Another philosophy: profits are better than wages. A philosophy: what to do with your dollar. Lesson number 2, keeping strict accounts. Now, this second lesson is we have to be disciplined as far as our accounts are concerned. That means knowing exactly where our money goes. How can you allocate dollars? How can you be mindful of where you're going if you don't keep strict accounts? We're going to show you that we're going to be able to allocate your money and budget it all the way to zero. That's key in your development on how to use your money. Now, as I also segue into this portion, this is key also to the economic blueprint of the Nation of Islam by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We can talk about it on page 174 in the Message to the Black Man. Also, we can talk about keeping strict accounts. It's going directly into economics as far as what we're doing right now, even lately, as Minister Farrakhan talked about Jay-Z and his economic advancement. Lesson 3, accounts leading to credit. I'm not going to go into details of the credit, but how you can, knowing how to keep strict accounts would lead into credit. It's been said that your word was your bond in the past. In this white man's world, your word is your credit. And then 4th lesson, how credit benefits you. The bottom line, how I can show you that if you use credit properly, it's like water versus Coke. It's also like the mortgage you pay and your car note. We can show you exactly how that can be affected. Certain terms that you'll be using with this course would be the dollar. You'll be talking about manhood, philosophy, profits, wages, credit, interest rate, and then accounts. And as I close, again, I would like to thank Sister Deborah and the student ministry as far as the education student ministry, as far as giving me this opportunity. I implore everybody to just take a look, join the class, join me as we break down how we distribute, how we use our dollar for benefit for ourselves. Again, my name is Ernest Muhammad. I would like to thank you. I look forward to speaking with you and looking forward to you being in the class. I would like to greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise.